Bruegel makes a bold move in his harvest scene in the Metropolitan Museum. There are three distinct spatial zones: the foreground wheat field, the middle ground churchyard, and the more distant fields. The surprising thing is that the middle ground and the distance share the same range of color and tone, and they line up almost horizontally on the panel. So how does Bruegel separate them in space? He does it by an act of force which fastens the middle ground in the upper right of the picture plane, just slightly higher than the distance which is on the left. The force is enacted by the great wing-like shape of yellow wheat, which strikes the vertical dark green shape, here, along a line of very strong contrast. This dark green rectangle then holds the churchyard up and back in its place. Then the whole area, and especially the dark green rectangle, is pinned in its place by the spreading branches of the foreground tree, which darkens in this area so that it can meld with this dark green rectangle, but it lightens as it descends to join the foreground. The work this tree is doing to hold the middle ground in place causes it to bend, as if it would collapse. But then it is supported at the crucial point by a pitchfork. The visual support given by this pitchfork in relation to the tree is continued in the angles of the peasant, who stretches out at the tree's base. Pitchfork and peasant together form a series of triangles. Ostensibly, the peasant is resting, but in fact, his shape supports the pitchfork. That is why his figure is so Herculean. He's supporting the whole scene. If he were to move, the pitchfork would fall, the tree would collapse, and the middle ground would spill forward onto the gallery floor.